Hi, I'm Kevin with CenterPoint Archery. Today we're here to discuss the setup process of the Pulse 425 crossbow. Let's unbox this, get all the parts laid out, and begin the process. Okay, now that we have all our parts laid out, we can begin the installation process. The first step is to locate your cable slide. You'll notice that there's a wider groove, or a wider opening, and a narrower opening. The wider opening always wants to face back towards you, the shooter, or towards the buttstock of the bow. First thing to do once you have it oriented properly is connect it onto your cables. Next, grab your joint cap and the joint cap pad, remove the white backing, and affix it firmly to the joint cap pad. Next, take the cable slide, slide it into the opening below the rail, then take your joint cap pad, slide it over the barrel, make sure it's flush against the rail, and merge the two halves together. From there, grab your riser bolt, insert it in the opening, and begin to tighten it down. Grab your 5/32 Allen key, and complete the process. Once that's done, you can flip the bow over, and we'll begin the next step of installing the stirrup. Now we have the riser attached to the main body of the crossbow, we can begin to install our stirrup. However, prior to do so, you need to locate the riser bolt locking screw and your 1/8 Allen wrench and install that in the middle opening. This ensures that your riser bolt will not come loose. From there, locate your stirrup and your stirrup mounting screws. Notice that there's a raised edge or a rib on the front of the stirrup mount. This goes against the front of the riser. Align it, get the screw started, and then locate your 5/32 Allen wrench and continue tightening them down so they're firmly seated together. Now the stirrup is completely mounted to your crossbow. The next step is going to be install the quiver bracket onto your crossbow. And that goes along the bottom Picatinny rail as shown here. Locate the two halves of the mounting bracket and ensure that they're oriented properly and fit together smooth. From there, take the two screws, insert them in, next, make sure your locking washers are inside with the nylon portion facing out away from the end of the screw. Slightly finger tighten them a few turns just to engage the threads. From this point, you flip it over. You can mount it onto the Picatinny rail. Take your 5/32 Allen wrench and tighten it down into place. Once it's secure, release the locking lever, locate the upper half of your quiver, and slide the two halves together. Once you have them together, lock it back down, and now your quiver is completely installed on your crossbow. Okay, now that the quiver is fully mounted, we can go to the next step, which is going to be install our scope on the upper Picatinny rail. Locate your scope, back off the thumb screws slightly, and then align the scope in a comfortable position with your eye so you have an acceptable field of view. Most shooters will find that anywhere from 3 to 4 inches of eye relief is optimum. Once you have that desired set, lock the scope into place, making sure it's snug, but do not over tighten the screws. Okay, now that we have our bow fully assembled, the next step is to take it afield and get it sighted in. However, prior to doing so, please refer to your owner's manual so that you understand all the warnings associated with this crossbow. And for more information, check out CenterPointArchery.com.